Hey guys, thanks for joining me again today. Today we're going to be making a vivarium in a jar with a surprise inhabitant. Here I've got an antique milk jar that I picked up at a thrift store. It's got a nice sealable lid which is great for this use. And starting with my usual process for this type of environment. Starting with my drainage layer here, I've got leca again, lightweight expanded clay aggregate. This is going to fill the void at the bottom of the jar here. It's going to allow water to drain through the substrate, through everything, and kind of not keep that soggy. So just keep everything nice. And of course, the next step is to separate the drainage from the soil and everything. So this is the barrier I'm going to use, and it is weed blocking fabric. You can find this at your local hardware store. I got it at mine. Comes in a big roll. Just cut it to size, just about the size of the jar, just like that. A little bit oversized is perfect. And then, of course, next is our substrate. So here's a mix of a bunch of different things I had on hand at the time. I'll give you a short list. I'm not sure if it's all of it. There's probably some things I missed. There's, off the top of my head, there's wood mulch, there's sphagnum moss, cocoa coir, some fir bark, charcoal, peat moss, some flake soil, and a little bit of sand too. I might even be missing some other things. It's just a general overall bioactive blend, everything I've used in the past. So just filling it up. I think our inhabitant might burrow, so hopefully there we are. And up next, this is our centerpiece, a little piece of cholla wood that I've already cut to size, fit perfectly through the neck of the jar there. As you can see, it's a bit of a tight fit, but weaseled it in there, and then you'll see I'm pushing it into the substrate nice and secure. Make sure it's not going anywhere. That would be the worst case. I don't want it to move. There it is. I think it looks pretty good in there. And then this is a sealed terrarium I made before, but there's not much light getting into it, so I'm gonna take some plants out. This is a Korean rock fern. I'm just starting off with one little bit here, and it should grow out and start more plants. Up next is this club moss. Unfortunately, I've not had great luck with growing this one, but hopefully this is where we turn that around and have great success. I think it'll do well, so I'm just putting what I have in there. I've got some other backup in another terrarium, but for now, this is all I'm doing. Hopefully it populates that side. This here is a really exciting one. It is a aquatic moss actually that I've been terrestrializing for a while now from a tissue culture in that little box there that you'll see to my side. It seems to do great in high humidity, so I'm going to take a couple chunks of that, and instead of the soil that you see it in there, I'm actually going to plant it in the cholla wood. So cholla wood has a bunch of little holes, crevices in it, and I think that it's going to look great in there, and hopefully it grows and covers the whole thing. So I'm just planting it in a couple of the holes, a couple of the crevices on the sides there you'll see, and in the middle, and then there is a little bit at the bottom of the soil as well, just to hopefully also kind of fill in the void, the bottom void there. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll update you later hopefully about that, but that is the plants for now. This part I almost forgot. This is a little bit of ground cuttlefish bone and some crushed mango leaf. This is food and calcium for our inhabitant. There's also other food in the substrate, but I think that this is a great addition, and I did add some more leaves later off camera, along with springtails, which will be great. Here it is again with all that added. Again, it looks a little different now. The next update, it'll look a bit different too. So up next is the most exciting part of it all. This is going to be the Vivarium Inhabitant, a friendly little millipede. You can see there, it's tiny, tiny. The video is a little bit hard to get on this guy. Sorry, it's a little shaky and such. But I wish I could also tell you what he is. I'm not honestly 100% sure. I'm trying to work on a positive ID there. If anyone has any ideas, please let me know. I'll look into it. I'll try and compare him to what people think he might be. I got him from a garden center. He came with a fern that I bought. I didn't know he was there till I got home, and unfortunately, he's not native here. I can't release him outside. It was either destroy him or make him a house. So here he is. I'm just gonna gently lower him in there, and he's just climbing off onto that cholla wood. It's kind of a little ramp. It's gonna take him down to the dirt so he can check everything out. You'll see him here. He's just moving on. He's gonna check out that live moss there. I think he might eat that. Millipedes generally do eat some live moss, leaf litter, decaying wood, everything that should be in this environment for him. So I'm really excited to see how he does. I'm just going to let you guys check him out for a bit here. I wish I had slightly better footage. Of course, I'm still getting better, and it's just kind of tricky to photograph him through the jar here. But I'll shut up. These are, of course, just a couple clips from him hanging out there, a couple different angles. I, of course, spent probably a good 15-20 minutes watching him go around, check everything out, check out the leaves, all the different mosses, and then he did kind of burrow down into the substrate. So I have seen him since this voiceover is recorded a couple days past tense, so it's actually great. He's doing well so far. I've seen him out, I've seen him moving, eating the leaves, moss, whatever, but so far so good. I hope to update you guys again about this soon, maybe in a month or so. I thank you for joining me and sticking it through, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.